Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lennon. How you guys doing? And welcome back to yet another Faction Focus Sunday. I know we've been doing these for the past 7 months since the start of the year, and we are actually nearly done. I think we are at the last 3 or 4 factions. So let's get into it. Let's see which one we are looking at today. So we are, last time we took a look at Pontus from the Eastern Empires, and today we are taking a look at Armenia. So we still have the same things over here, 25% ammunition and increased defense against all agents in provinces. And as Armenians, we have bridge builders, minor diplomatic bonuses with all Hellenic and Eastern factions. So you basically can make friends all around the world. Plus 20% morale for all units during battles in own territory, which is very good at the start since you'll be getting quite a lot of attacks coming your way. But let me get to the field and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so here we are as the Armenians on the field. We do have a very interesting starting position. We are surrounded on all sides, but I believe some as the minor factions we do start with a full province in our control. And that is very handy. It gives you a sense of completion at the start, so you already have your first edict to go in, and you can expand whatever way you want. But as you can see, we have one enemy, which is the Armhan. Those are the only enemy that we have as starting off as Armenia. So basically what that means is it kind of pushes you to take on this Caucasia province as well, take out Armhan, and then just march Katroli and Colchis as well, which means you'll have a very nice buffer province between the northern factions and the southern factions, because these are quite big and quite annoying to get through. Like this is at least a 2 or 3 turn forced march walk through the mountains is barely undoable. This is 2 or 3 turns walk, and this is at least 2 or 3 turns forced marching till you encounter the other settlements. So it's a very nice buffer province with a lot of visibility that can help you out, like defensive wise from the north. And as for the rest, you can see it's pretty green all around. You don't like the Cappadocians, but other than that, like Media is friendly. Media Atropine, you have a trade agreement and a military access with. Pontus is happy with you. Seleucids are nice to you. You even have a non-aggression pact starting off with the Seleucids, and the Trapezios is friendly as well. So it kind of pushes you to get rid of these two, because these are unfriendly factions, and then you can either go whatever way you want. You'll probably have to backstab someone if you want to expand over here, but you could just keep these guys friendly and just march north, take out Scythia and take out these lands over here if you totally wanted to. So there's a lot of options for expanding, either betraying someone over here, get involved in the cesspit that is the Seleucids and its enemies, or you can just keep them friendly and move north and stride into Europe with Eastern Cataphracts. What the hell? Why not? No, why not, right? As one of the Eastern factions, you do have a very split up military line, so you're gonna have to build a lot of military buildings. So you start off with the horse bands, or the animal breeder, which allows you to build horse skirmishers. And as you can see, only the horse bands already have 3 different types of buildings. You have the exotic animal studs, which in here produce absolutely nothing. Honestly, I don't know if Armenia is ever able to build elephants if you put this in like Persia or Bactria. I honestly don't know. I never played them that far. But on the other hand, you have your heavy horse studs, which is your melee calf line. You got the Persian calf, which is a early on pretty decent shock calf with a 67 charge bonus, but poor melee defense, as expected. At tier 3, you get the Azad Knights, which are very good standalone melee calf, 51, 29, and then they do have a little bit of bonus versus large. Still decent charge bonus at 40, but like 105 health, 70 armor, very good. Noble Bloodcalf is a little bit your cheaper version, like nearly half as cheap, but still decent. 46, 25 melee attack, poor melee defense, 35, but decent armor. And of course, you have your Eastern Cataphracts with still good charge bonus, more armor, very good all-round shock. And at tier 4, of course, you have the Royal Cataphracts, which are even better. Also more expensive, but definitely worth the price for what you're getting. And then we go to the light horse studs. You get the horse archers, upgrade them to armored horse archers, and upgrade them to noble horse archers. So depending on the playstyle, you could just leave one out, but I would like to see one province that has all of it, you know, which you can actually build, and your horses and horse archers. You also have the ability to build ballistas, but you need to research it first. It's like the first tech in the siege tech, and you do have a military infantry encampment, but you're really gonna have to go for 2 turns of research first. And as of right now, we're building jack shit. So you basically build Eastern Spearmen and Slingers, and of course, because we have the horse pens or the animal breeders, we get the skirmishers. So basically, on the first, you're absolutely nothing. Once we start building the infantry camp, though, we get access to javelins, Eastern archers, and your hillmen, which are basic trash infantry, but a little bit better than the spearmen. At tier 2, you get the upgraded version of both. You get Persian hoplites, decent holding, not much killing power, but decent holding, and the axemen, which are decent killing power and decent holding. Upgrade that to the cartly axemen, which are just a bit better defense, bigger shields, all that jazz. And at tier 4, you get the noble spearmen, which is basically upgrade for your hoplites, and you get the elite Persian archers. So variety-wise, you do have a Persian hoplites. You could basically get a front life Persian hoplites, get some axemen on the side, and mostly focus on shock calf, hammer and anvil with your hoplites. Or you could go full horse archer if you want to. There is a lot of different techniques that you can do. It depends on who you're fighting, basically. Over here you have a lot of horse archers, so a few hoplites and a few slingers to counteract them would be preferable, I think, over here and over here. But once you go towards the sword and the pike lines, maybe just the axemen for the armor piercing, hoplites for the hoplite wall, and then just the heavy shock calf, just cycle charging everything to shit. So there you have the ability to build very interesting armies, but you don't have the ability to do it very soon, because like I said, we have 2 turns of research before we can even start building some infantry, and another 3 turns before we can either start building horse archers or Persian calf. So basically your first few turns is just recruiting whatever trash this is. So you do have 2 generals, which are both Royal Cataphracts, but they can't carry everything, so it's gonna be an interesting first few turns. But once you start your military, you can actually start steamrolling pretty soon, I think. For a challenge campaign, as a This Is Total War campaign, this is going to suck at the beginning, especially on higher difficulties, because the AI will out-recruit you, and since you can recruit jack shit, you have 2 armies, 3 settlements. These cities are pretty close by. This city is pretty close by. Trapezius is pretty close by. Cappadocia is pretty close by. So you have to defend quite a bit with not a lot. And if you take a look at garrisons, basic garrisons are not that great as well. You do have some archers, some hillmen, and 1 unit of axes. So it's not great with everything you have to defend yourself with. So this faction would definitely be not for a new player. I would say an intermediate player could have a lot of fun with this. And as a This Is Total War campaign, if you want to torture yourself, then go for it. But I think this is very challenging, at least in the start. Maybe once you get your feet under you, you defended a few settlements, you can start building some extra troops, then you can start expanding, and then still these 3 settlements are a really nice buffer state, since the northern factions probably will not take as much time, will take a long time before they get to you. So then conquer this, and then you can start mowing around over here. But like the problem with This is Total War, you have all the directions to defend, so you're always overstretching your armies either wise, because if we push over here, then these territories remain undefended. So it's very challenging. It's going to be very challenging at the start. But with that being said, I think that is all we can do about this, and that's all I have to say about this campaign so far. So I'll definitely give this like a 6.5 out of 10. Challenge campaign maybe a 5, depending on which level of difficulty and torture you want to put yourself through. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this was it for today. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.